I honestly just got so triggered by Caitlin Clark's golf debut, and it is no fault of hers that I got upset. It is the fault of the WNBA.
How about this? How about this? Yeah.
Have you ever seen a player excel in two sports? I mean, so perfectly that people begin to wonder what's going on. Caitlin Clark is more than just a basketball star. She is a generational talent whose abilities transcend the hardwood. She's known for her scoring dominance and electrifying passes, and has become a household name in basketball. Not only that, she just proved to us that she was born to excel in sports, from basketball to golf.
Caitlin Clark has shocked us all again. This time, not on the basketball court, but on the green. Known as a phenom in basketball, Caitlin decided to take on the world of golf.
I know what you might be asking. Why did she choose golf? Well, the WNBA is not helping matters, despite winning the Rookie of the Year. So in this video, stay tuned to see how Clark is making progress in golf and the mixed reactions from the WNBA.
Yeah. You got that? There you go.
180 yards isn't fair.
Clark's debut at the LPGA Pro-Am, hosted by Annika Sorenstam, was a rare example of a renowned athlete crossing over into another sport and generating a large crowd. This event took place at the famous Pelican Golf Club in Florida, and the atmosphere was electrifying. You won't believe the masses that gathered to watch Clark take on a new challenge, joined by legends such as Nelly Korda. The atmosphere surrounding the event felt celebratory, not only of women's sports, but also of what it means to be a multi-sport athlete. Clark's presence reminds us of famous figures like Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders, sportsmen who demonstrated that skill could thrive across fields. Clark's crossover success brought attention to an uncomfortable fact for women's basketball, even though the LPGA embraced her with open arms. The WNBA, where Clark is destined to play, remained silent. Indeed, the disparity between the WNBA's hesitation and the LPGA's acceptance provoked discussions about how women's sports deal with a star power and influence. Why did one league capitalize on Clark's appeal, while the other remained cautious? This divide gives us hints about deeper issues around growth, identity, and opportunity in women's sports. Clark's debut at the Pro-Am was more than just another tournament on the LPGA schedule. It was historic. The LPGA greeted her entrance with enthusiasm, showcasing her alongside some of golf's biggest names. Pairing her with Annika Sorenstam and Nelly Korda was more than simply smart. It conveyed a message of togetherness and teamwork in women's sports. Fans who came to see Clark were introduced to golf's best stars, causing a ripple effect of interest in both sports. The reception from fans and media was overwhelmingly positive. Social media platforms buzzed with highlights of Clark's swing and her natural charm. In fact, posts on X compared her golf potential to her basketball dominance. Take a look at the impressions. Look at what people are saying. The attendance was crazy. Her interactions with fans and players gained millions of views, solidifying her as not just a basketball star, but a sports icon in the making.
I wanted to come say hi and introduce myself. I play out here on tour. I'm Maria. Thank you for being out here. It's very cool what you're doing for sports, kicking ass.
The LPGA took advantage of this opportunity through effective marketing. They devised tailored marketing to entice basketball fans, positioning Clark as a bridge between sports. Interviews and behind-the-scenes footage of her golf trip were widely distributed, fostering a sense of connection among people unfamiliar with the sport. By making Clark the face of the event, the LPGA reached out to younger fans who would not have been interested in golf otherwise. This crossover moment also had significant implications for golf. Clark's success demonstrated how athletes from other sports may rekindle interest in the game. Her ability to convert basketball fans to golf shows how creativity and diversity can transform how sports attract audiences. For the LPGA, this wasn't just about one weekend. It was a blueprint for future growth. But what's the WNBA saying about this? In sharp contrast to the LPGA's excitement, the WNBA remained rather quiet about Clark's golf debut. While basketball fans were enthused about her appearance, the league did not grab the opportunity. There were no congratulatory posts or partnerships that tied her achievement back to basketball. Many people were left wondering why the WNBA didn't use Clark's growing celebrity to promote its own brand. Some believe the answer resides in the WNBA's internal dynamics. Clark's popularity, particularly after leading Iowa to the NCAA championship game and being named Rookie of the Year with Indiana Fever, has made her a controversial figure. Some players and fans see her as a future face of the league, while others feel her rapid rise overshadows veterans like Asia Wilson and Angel Reese. These tensions mirror a larger issue on how the WNBA balances promoting individual talents while maintaining a team-first identity. The missing marketing possibilities were obvious. The WNBA might have worked with Clark during the Pro-Am, maybe through joint advertising or social media ads that highlighted her dual sport appeal. Other leagues, such as the NBA and NFL, have effectively worked with crossover athletes to increase involvement. By remaining mute, the WNBA wasted an opportunity to engage with new fans and showcase Clark's contribution in the growth of women's basketball. The hesitation also raises cultural and identity issues. The WNBA has worked hard to position itself as a league that promotes teamwork and success. Clark's personal rise, while advantageous to publicity, may feel like a challenge to that ideal. The league's response, or lack thereof, reflects the constant effort to strike a balance between recognizing stars and upholding key values. Now, let's clarify some stuff here. The WNBA's reaction to Clark's LPGA debut is based in history. The league has always favored team-oriented narratives over individual superstars. While the strategy promotes solidarity, it limits how far individual sportsmen can take the lead. Clark's meteoric rise upends this dynamic, causing tension between established traditions and the need for growth. Other sports have adopted crossover stars with great success. Serena Williams pursued fashion and business, while Naomi Osaka became an advocate for social justice. These players broadened their sports reach by pursuing chances outside of their respected specialties. The LPGA's willingness to do the same with Clark exemplifies how diversity and adaptation can pay off. A partnership between the WNBA and LPGA could have showcased the unity of women's sports. Such a collaboration might have drawn shared fan bases, increased sponsorship opportunities, and strengthened the visibility of both leagues. Instead of competition, mutual support could have created a win-win scenario for everyone involved. The WNBA's response also reflects broader gender dynamics in sports. Women's leagues often face limited resources and visibility compared to their male counterparts. Promoting crossover stars like Clark could help bridge this gap, attracting new audiences and sponsors. However, it requires a willingness to embrace change, even when it challenges existing norms. Caitlin Clark's LPGA debut demonstrated the enormous potential for women's sports to utilize crossover talents. Her involvement drew in admirers from basketball, golf, and other sports, demonstrating that an athlete's popularity may spread well beyond their major sport. The LPGA's embrace of Clark was not only an appreciation to her talent, but also a masterclass in producing moments that captivate different audiences. By placing her alongside icons such as Nelly Korda and Annika Sorenstam, the LPGA established a precedent for how women's sports may thrive by highlighting shared victories over rigid barriers. Clark's multi-sport success should serve as a lesson to the WNBA about seizing possibilities rather than opposing them. Instead of considering her as a threat to its internal dynamics, the league might see her as a conduit for new fans and new narratives. This is not about weakening its team-first values, but rather about showcasing individualism in a way that benefits everyone. Collaboration with athletes like Clark has the ability to not only expand basketball, but also establish the WNBA as a pioneer in marketing and fan engagement. What does the future hold for women's sports if leagues fully embrace this kind of unity? Clark's story is a reminder of what's possible when traditional boundaries are crossed, sparking excitement and breaking down silos. Could this be a turning point for leagues like the WNBA to rethink their approach to stardom? As sports continue to evolve, the success of collaboration over competition may well define the next chapter of women's sports. What do you think about Clark excelling in golf? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get more news on Caitlin Clark.